Onimai. Onimai, also known as I'm Your Little Sister Now, also known as Oni-chan is Done For. Boy, do I have a lot to talk about when it comes to this anime. The second anime that Studio Bind has created. Oh boy. I remember when this first came out. Well, it was first introduced after the ending of the season 1 of Mushoku Tensei, which a lot of people enjoy. The fact that it was hard to even get the light novels off the stores. When this was announced, people were upset because they were like, "Oh, why aren't you doing more Mushoku Tensei and stuff?" And it was just childish and ignorant. Like, do you not know how studios work? Studios don't just focus only on one anime. Don't get me wrong, there are some animes that certain studios give their undivided attention to and make sure they do their best quality. Like when Index was okay, but not Accelerator, Railgun got that top quality stuff when it comes to JC Staff. Or with um, A1 Pictures, where A1 Pictures will give all their focus on Sword Art Online. Even though they do other stuff, most people know A1 Pictures these days for Sword Art Online, you know? So that's just how it is, They have to pick up other stuff. So not only this is the second anime that Studio Bind is doing, this is also the very first manga they're adapting. And boy, I got some stuff to say about it. There's a lot of interesting stuff between me and this title, Onimai, in a way. Let's talk about the premise. The premise is pretty much there's two siblings, an older brother and a little sister. The older brother is probably a grown ass NEET who waited his life away, while the little sister is actually someone who's very smart and talented to the point that they skip a few grades and they have become a scientist. And as a scientist, she experimented on her brother, turning him into a middle school little girl. So, may the hijinks begin. However, despite how crazy and etchy this show is very wholesome, very to the ground level of understanding one person's psyche when it comes to the insecurities of human beings. The brother was someone who saw himself as worthless and useless compared to his little sister, who was good at everything she put her mind to. So therefore, they are now living with each other, and she's just taking care of him. But instead of kicking him out like Rudy's Grey Rat and just like I don't want you no more, she turned him into a little girl. So she could restart their life all over again, and that's where it started. However, it was hard for this character to break out of their habit. They always go back to their habit of being a NEET, staying in the room, playing video games, and not wanting to go outside. But as time went on, she would find ways to trick him into making friends or going out or trying new things. And as he was first always denying or don't want to be part of it, but as time went on, he would slowly start to open up. He said, okay, I'm down for this. Let's try this or let's go with this. To the point where they were making their own decisions on what they want to do in life when it comes to hanging out and meeting new friends and doing, events. So you see this character grow as time goes on, you know, and it gets wholesome sometimes. But let me get wrong, this anime's etchy. This anime's etchy is I don't know what. And of course, it's being Studio Bind. The animation is amazing. So is the designs. I don't remember there has been one time I've skipped the outro or intro to this anime. It was always catchy. The animation was good. Super etchy. I can't get that out of the way. It was just etchy. The physics. Oh god, the physics. But yeah, this anime made me laugh, and I look forward to watching it every time it came out because it was great. To the point that I really wish that it would probably have a season 2. So, with that being said, I was like, now I'm done. This feels familiar. This entire premise. I felt like this, like I've seen this or read this before. So I went and I pasted in the name, and it's the name on manga sites, unofficial manga sites. It was called Oni-chan is Done For. And I'm like, that's where I've seen this before. A long time ago, I was reading this manga on the old manga apps before this was licensed. And the title was called Oni-chan is Done For. And the design, I couldn't recognize it because the design to the anime, to the manga is completely different. I'm telling you, man. The designs that they put into the characters in the anime, you couldn't even recognize it from the manga at all. You know, in the manga, they look kind of cheapy, like Nichijou-like and stuff, and their hair color ain't that well designed, like how they have the colors in their hair and stuff. Nothing like that in the manga whatsoever. It's more simplistic, and even the main character as a little sister, their hair in the anime is pink, where in the manga it looks kind of more like a white in a way, a very white. So you couldn't even tell that this anime and manga were from the same thing. This is how different Studio Buying. Studio Buying, like, okay, we're gonna take this very simplistic but yet wholesome manga, and we're gonna do a complete 180 on it and make it completely balls to the wall crazy. That's exactly what they did. And of course, even changing the title of the story. You know, I've seen this happen before, from minors to majors. Like from minors, like don't bully me, Nagatoro, to don't toy with me, Nagatoro, because the West can't handle the word bully. You know, and then of course there's ones like When Will Ayumu Makes His Move, which was a very very disappointing anime, to Shogi Senpai, which is very simplistic and made more sense. So that being said, I would understand those who could not recognize the anime from the manga because they did things totally different. I've seen this happen before where studios made it more spicy towards the manga. Like one called Mercurio-san. I think her name was Mercurio-san. The one about the girl who could see ghosts, but no one else can, and she'd always pretend she couldn't see them and stuff. She was always put in these bad situations in the anime. She was always sometimes caught in these very lewd events. But when you read the manga, there's barely to little to no lewd events at all. In fact, it's just something that the anime's put in because it was being animated by Studio Passion. You know what Studio Passion's for. So I just like, wow. What a coinky dink, everybody. So, yeah, I enjoyed this anime very much. I hope we do get a season 2. It would be nice. That, or I'm very looking forward to what Studio Buying does next, because they're one of those new studios like Studio Orange. And so far, they have shown they cannot do no wrong. So far. We'll have to wait and see down the line, because, Shego Tensei season 2 is right around the corner, everybody. Summer's almost here. I hope you guys are ready. The Lord knows I am. I'm tired of just doing manga chapter reviews. I want to do some anime chapter reviews. And I'm looking forward to that. With that being said, I'll end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.